Hello and welcome to Bailey's. This week we're taking a look at the NV007 SP LRF. That's this unit you can see in front of me. I folded the rubber back. This has got a 1442K sensor in it, which is one of their own. This unit has obviously got the rangefinder unit on it as well. And being the shorter model, it's 45mm shorter than the standard 007V. So for people using recoiling rifles like me, it means I don't get a black eye or I'm not having to hang off the back of my gun to shoot. These do come with, which I haven't actually got on the gun, a quick release mounting system on here with a thumb lock over, which is nice. They come with those. I've opted for the 48mm and a spacer because it centres it better on this scope. This scope's a Leupold. It has got ×5 base mag, which isn't the best for a PARD. I do have to chuck a lot of IR at it to get it to work well, just because my magnification is so high and it's quite a tight field of view. But all in all, a cracking little addition to any scope for night vision use. It's got a 1442K sensor, and the IR on it is the Gen 2 IR. They've had to go down to an LED, which in my honest opinion isn't as good as the Gen 1 IR. That used to be able to reach out there quite far, but I think it's something to do with UK safety standards. They've had to change it to an LED, so that's what we've got now. But to be fair, most of us, we don't use the IR on here anyway. We use an external IR like a DFK, PBIRL, PBIX, all that sort of stuff. I've got mine. Where is it? I've got a DFK here, and I just don't bother using the onboard IR. I just clamp that onto there, and that works well for me. The other thing you've got to be wary of if you're going to go for the LRF model, this is the LRF unit just here, and as you can see, the centre of that only just clears over my turret. This does work for me as a rangefinder, but anything that's got massive turrets, you may struggle to actually get a reading with the LRF. I've seen people turning the PARDs on their sides a little bit and all sorts. Just no. But there you go. To be honest, if you've got high turrets, just get the standard one without the rangefinder. It's obviously going to do a great job as night vision, just without the ability to range. So yeah, the unit itself, as I said, it's a lot shorter, easier to use on a recoiling rifle. For focusing the image on the screen, so that's the screen and the writing on the screen, you adjust it here. To sharpen up your reticle, you've got the little knob on the side here. That's where you sharpen that up. And underneath here, you've got a little compartment that's got your USB for taking images off, and it's also where you store your micro SD card. The battery on this is portrait. It's sat next to the unit. That's what helps it stay so short, and it takes standard PARD nippleless batteries, but any batteries from a vape shop will go straight in there and do the job. Just remember, always go positive first. So mounting on the scope's easy enough. With the 007 SP, all you need to do is pre-fit your adapter, slide the PARD right up to the back of the scope. It's not like the older PARDs where you have to kind of pull it back a bit until you've got a good focal image. This one, because the actual prismatic lens and camera is a bit further away, you butt it right up against it. Make sure it's nice and level. Go into the menu, go on to reticle alignment, and then you can center the reticle to the PARD screen inside, so you've got a nice pictured view. The IR on this, you've got 3 power levels if you're going to use it indoors and stuff like that, or 100-yard foxing. That'll be fine, be absolutely great. If not, you can just have it in night vision mode without the IR turned on, and that's when you use your external. Colour mode, it's ideal, nice crisp image, good colour rich quality. That does the job well. And the rangefinder, 1,000 metres or 1,200-ish yards out of that. PARD have now got their own app, so when you turn the Wi-Fi on this unit, you can actually connect to the PARD app, and you can do a live view as well as download your videos directly off the unit onto your phone for doing whatever you're doing, if you're sharing them on social media and all that sort of stuff. So all in all, a really nice, simple little unit to use. Like I said, I would recommend the scope that you're going to use it on is probably 5 power or less as a base mag, because this unit does magnify in a little bit on the reticle, and you will end up with a really tight field of view. But there's plenty of scopes out there now with a nice low field of view. The Element Optics do a 2:16 by 50. It'd be amazing on that for ratting or for foxing or anything like that. it'd do the job really well. But what we'll do, I have got a little bit of footage of a few foxes I've shot before I had the laser when I was using the LED. I'll bang that up and we'll get some colour footage on here shooting at steel and get that up for you as well. So, but as a unit, the standard model without the rangefinder is $499, and then the rangefinder model is $599. If the rangefinder isn't that important to you, don't worry about it. Just save the £100 and just go for the standard unit. But as a unit itself, really nice and compact. That's the rangefinder part, that's the LRF part. You've got a little Picatinny block on top if you didn't want to mount your torch down there. So technically, because my torch is in the way, my DFK, I could actually, if I really wanted to, mount it on top of there, and it's well and truly out of the way of my turret, and I'm not going to get any mod glare either. So you've got options. So anyway, let's get to the footage. So just so you can get an idea on image quality in the daytime, we'll turn this PARD on now. I've got a Fox steel target at about 170 yards, but it's downhill. As you can see, my gun's pointing downhill. I'm going to pop this into colour mode. I'm going to take my hat off. One thing, your cap can knock the power button, which is annoying, but it happens. So just focus this image in nicely and press record, which is the middle button. So I'll be able to put this footage up one of the sides. So at that distance, I'm actually going to dial down 3 clicks, because not only am I shooting downhill, but it's closer than my 200 yard zero. So get the gun nice and level, bolt is forward, there's the Fox target you can see there. You can see the strike. You can see the strike. You can see the strike. So that works nice and well. If we look out at further distances, way out here, the other side of the valley, if I focus that in, you'll see me focus it, and then we can range the other side of the valley just by pressing the rangefinder button, which is the top one. There you go, 410 yards. Nice, so that's working well. There we go. So as you can see just from those 2 short clips, the unit's capable. The image quality on my night vision would have been better if it was on a different scope to this. At the end of the day, this is a long range rifle scope. It's a first focal plane, it's got additional layers in there. If you were running that on a Hawk Sidewinder 4-16 or an Element Optics 2-15 or 16, or even one of their 5-25s, it'd be a lot different. But for me, this is primarily a long-range daytime gun. That's what this is. So the ability to be able to stick this on and use this at night instead of having to resort to a complete digital scope is an absolute winner for me. So yeah, capable unit, nice and small, doesn't affect your normal position behind the rifle, and it's just easy just to pop it off if you're going to do some daytime shooting. We have got these in stock at the shop. We've got a lot more of the non-LRF model available. You can either come in or visit baileyshooting.co.uk for that. But yeah, I've always liked PARDs. They've always been a reliable little unit. Clip on and crack on, that's what we like to say. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Before I go, I will say this is IPX7 waterproof rated as well. So if you're out in the shower, it's not going to matter. But there you go. So yeah, if you like the video, by all means please click the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next one. Cheers.